Facebook.com/TBUGunslinger, Twitter @JohnRyanOtt. How are all of you doing out there? It's about mid-March right now, and I figured it's a proper and due time to give a just review of Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I will keep this review spoiler-free, and I'm going to attempt in just over 10 minutes to tell you why you should play Red Dead Redemption 2, although you probably need no introduction to it at this point because Rockstar Games just throws out gem after gem. About 3 years ago when I reviewed Grand Theft Auto 5 when that re-release on the Xbox One and PS4, I put Grand Theft Auto 5 at that point in the top 5 of the best games I've ever played in my life. Now, you would think in that instance that Rockstar has a lot to live up to as far as Red Dead Redemption 2 goes, and by the end of this close to 100-hour epic, if you want to put it to that point, believe me, you can get to much more, I walked away thinking Red Dead Redemption 2 was the best game I've ever played. It has triumphed everything else that I've ever thought was the best game I've ever played. And regardless, and I'll say it like this, regardless of any genre that you're interested in, whether it be RPGs, sports, action-adventure, puzzle games, anything, I don't care what you play, I don't care what you do, I don't care if you're just a casual gamer, Red Dead Redemption 2 demands the attention of anyone that plays it, and you will walk away as long as you enjoy having a controller in your hand and playing a game and, playing the story, watching it evolve, getting involved in the action, everything. Red Dead 2 gives you everything. Anything you could ever ask for in a game. And the way that it does it is ways that I've never seen before. Now, this is a word of warning and a, aforementioned that I have to throw in here because normally, you wouldn't think that this matters, but this game is over 107 gigs. So if you're going to install the game, be prepared to play it all the way through the end because 2-disc Blu-ray, something I've never seen before, and you're going to see as you play the game, it's every bit as warranted. Every single freaking thing in this game is voice acted. When you're going through town to town, you're set in the fictional America of 1899 just after the Civil War, so you're going to see some caveats and things that might even make you feel uncomfortable at times, but it's nothing more than poking and prodding, but it gets you aware of the situation that you're in. But as you traverse from town to town with Arthur, Dutch, Hosea, Bill, Uncle, all the people in the like, Sadie, every single thing you do is voice acted, and every single thing you see, whether you're doing chores throughout the towns that you're in, whether you're in your camp, there's going to be little musings that go between your characters. Probably within every few minutes you'll notice something different, and I've never seen, as I played throughout these 7 chapters and then the epilogue, I've never seen a conversation that was repeated. I've never seen a conversation that didn't pique my interest. I've never seen something, whether it would just be a small event, a victory, your comrades getting drunk at the end of the night. There's always something that piques my interest in this game. And I beg you, when you're playing Red Dead 2, you have to take the time to stop and smell the roses. Because if you don't, you're going to miss a whole hell of a lot that you really can't take back unless you start the game over. The way Rockstar ends up making their games is there's not really a new game plus. So if you rush through, you're going to sorely miss a lot of the stuff that you wish you hadn't, but you won't know at the time unless you take the time to enjoy yourself. Now, I was told from a friend of mine at work, and I gotta say this once again, you have to heed the warning. Chapters 1, 2, and 3. Take the time, enjoy yourself, because shit goes to hell in a handbasket very, very fast. And since Red Dead 2 is a prequel, you don't have to play the initial game to be able to get the full enjoyment of everything here. You're getting it firsthand. This is a wonderful place to start and experience the universe of Red Dead Redemption. And at the end of this game, I found myself wondering whether or not Rockstar is going to remake Red Dead Redemption. And it seems like from everything that I was told, from things that I've read, the universe from Red Dead 1 is already in this game in Red Dead 2. There's parts and pieces in this game in place to make me believe that it could definitely happen. The voice actors return, everything is top notch. Not having played the initial Red Dead Redemption, I can't tell you too much about it, even though I'm pretty sure the ending has been spoiled for a lot of you, because it was one of those things that was ultimately exploded on YouTube. And as I went and played Red Dead 2, I stayed away from all of that stuff in the beginning because I didn't want to have anything spoiled. And believe me, when you get to the end of this game, you're going to go through every single emotion. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to be bewildered in some of the stuff you see, you're going to be in awe, and you're just going to have something, an experience that's going to stay with you for a very long time. This isn't one of those games that you go ahead and you beat and then within 2 weeks you forget about it. This is something that you're going to remember possibly for the rest of your life if you love video games that much, and I think I might say that as well. This is one of the best games I've ever played. Now, presentation hands down, I'm very sure that's pushing current consoles, Xbox One, PS4, to the absolute limit. The fact, again, this game is 2 discs on Blu-ray kind of tells you a lot. They've done everything that they could possibly do. It makes me wonder for Xbox One X owners how the 4K resolutions and textures even look. So this might be one of those games, especially in PS5 when it comes out, that since you got backwards compatibility, you're going to want to pop this one in and see how much this stuff changes, because it'll be enough time passing at that point. What I love about this game especially is it does one thing and it draws you in perfectly. It's not just the conversations and the characters, but it's the development as you go throughout this story. I'll say probably if you go through the campaign straight through without doing any of the side stuff, I'm pretty sure you're going to get between 30 and 40 hours of gameplay. So it's not short in that aspect, but I don't know why the hell you would want to rush through it in the first place. But something that this game has done better than anything else is not just the character development, but you can clearly see, without having stuff getting spoiled for you, the changes in between the characters, the changes, the wear and tear from the travel, everything else that's going on from the traumatic events that happen throughout the game. Believe me, this is something that's going to stick with you for a long time. If you love characters, don't get too attached to them. That's all I can tell you. It is absolutely incredible. And you see the traumatic events actually take toll on the party members that you're with. It's fantastic. It's incredibly believable, and it's not just, lip service about a couple lines spewed here and there. You see the dramatic transformations. You see, as you go along, the vast landscapes and the, different varieties of towns that you can go ahead and traverse. You can go ahead and go hunting, you can go fishing, you can do all that, you can screw around in the bars, you can take a bath. It's very important that you maintain your cores, you eat, you drink, you bond with your horse. The gameplay, if I want to talk about it, could be a little slow for some of you, but it takes time to go ahead and be able to bond with your horse, to do everything else, to have everything be believable and have it be drawn in. It's entirely worth it. Everything else in this game, and I've never played another game before, so this is the first time I can ever say this, that there isn't a single element in this game that's wasted at any time. Everything that's put in this game is to absolute utmost reason, and absolute utmost reason to draw you into the experience. It's absolutely wonderful. Everything is customizable. When you go into the gun shop, you can make everything your own. When you're going changing clothes, you want to change clothes for the elements, sights, and sounds that you're in. I can go ahead and talk about this game for hours and hours and days on end. But as the review draws to a close here, obviously, this game is a perfect 10 out of 10, and you've seen the reviews left and right. All that's left for you to do now is play it and experience it yourself. Whatever creed, disobedience, race, religion, gender, whatever you want to choose, whatever you are, go out there and play this game now, because I implore you, you will never play anything better than this in a long time. It's a once-in-a-generation type of game, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I encourage you, all of you, go out there and enjoy yourself. Play it now. Peace.